Swinging for Fair Play in Texas by Aries Miller and Abigail Flores. On a cloudy day, the most famous Little League team in town was playing the most important game of the season. The team's name, Gobimente. The coach, Mr. Neal, or who some call the federal government, was in charge of the entire field. His rule had to be followed by the team or it would be real bad. Some may say the coach is the most important part of the baseball team, but the Captain Texas, this state is just as significant. These little guys in charge of the plays on the field. In other words, the states. We then have PTA. These are the parents that create new rules to set up their fair and make them official or not. The players give them nicknames of branches of legislative, executive, and judicial. And lastly, but not any less important, we have our water boy, Loco, who was in charge of the waters given to each player, aka the local towns and cities. Each player must stay hydrated. Gobimente was playing amazing. The score was 15-0, and then the worst happened. A thunderstorm! Water was crashed into the stands. The ball got lost in the darkness of the clouds. The coach had to help all the players get to safety, while the captain made sure to hand everyone umbrellas. As the rain kept pouring, the audience got angry. They were waiting for the game to continue. PTA, Ms. Legislature, decided to make a new rule. Once the rain stopped, the game must go on. The rain finally stopped. Ms. Executive decided that PTA's new law is fair. They had it followed through as it seemed reasonable.
Oh my God.
The game went on. As the team runs back on the field, the pitcher pitches the ball and the batter bats it. As the base runner runs to fetch the foul ball, he runs to catch it. He puts his glove out. And, oh no! He slips on the wet grass and twists his ankle. The captain and coach rushes to get to the injured player to safety. They had to work together in order to fix this major issue. Ms. Judicial sees the situation and declares the new rule made by Ms. Legislature unfair. If a player were to play after a storm, the grass would be wet and there would be a high potential for harmful slips. Instead, they would schedule games after thunderstorms to avoid such situations. The coach discusses plays that could have been prevented the slips of their base runner. He says it's their fault and they weren't doing the play they had planned. The captain speaks up. He disagrees with the coach and says he's being too rude and bossy, that one of their best players is hurt and that should be on the focus, not the play that was done wrong. The team decides the audience should take a vote for who they think is right. They tell their opinions and they have the audience raises their hands for who they agree with. The coach grew angry as they all agree with the captain. He then takes a look at the hurt player and realizes he should focus on helping the team instead of criticizing them. The team huddles for a last call on the night. They make sure everyone knows they played well and they will do even better in the next game. Coach breaks the huddle when he says almost the same words as Reagan on America. But I think together we can and will do great things. After all, we go Gobimente.